Down here. It is a early morning Sunday. As you can see, I still got a little bit of trailer trash hair since, I live in a trailer, right? I've been thinking about this video for the past 40 minutes, whether or not I should do it or not. So I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it kind of passive aggressively because, negativity ain't what my channel's about. My channel's about, getting ahead in life and making sacrifices. What's up, Joey? As you can see, there's my dump truck paid for in cash. Not the bank's money, my money, and my grandpa's money, family money, right? But it's paid for 100%. The title is in my name, not the bank's name, my name. Yeah. Apparently I'm trailer trash because I'm sacrificing and living in a trailer for a year or two. 20 million Americans live in trailers. 20 million. So it's not like it's a new thing, right? 20 million. I've been down to Peru where people are living in cardboard houses. So living in a trailer isn't that big of a sacrifice if you think about it. But apparently I'm a bad dad because I live in a trailer, right? So maybe I am a bad dad for living in a trailer. But, not everybody comes with the silver spoon in their mouth since they've been born, So here I am in my trailer trash. Guess what? A dream home with cash. Cash. Oh, that's right. We didn't finance it. We're not financing it. This is all cash. I paid for this with greenbacks. My own greenbacks. Cash. And guess what? My buddies helped me build it. They helped me put it in. You know why? Because I'm a decent person and I have friends that are willing to help me because they see how hard I'm working. That's what it comes down to, guys. If you help other people out, then you're going to get help from other people. If you're a lazy, no good, Scrooge, you're not going to get help from anybody. And then guess what? Everybody's going to be happy when your business goes down because you got no work. I got so many haters of yours on my channel because you're so caught up in the negativity, bro. You got to stop being so negative. You got to stop bashing on everybody and just focus on your own lane. We're dump truckers. Focus on the dirt. Don't be focusing on the gossip, right? Just focus on the dirt, man. So you guys, that I got this in. We got it bedded in some sand. This is a cool project because I've never done one of these. You got one ground rod right there, and then there's another ground rod right over there. You can't really see it, but we got them in. That's 500 size wire right there. That's some big wire right there, guys. That's expensive stuff. So the wire, 320 feet, cost me like $3 grand, give or take. Let me just show you. There's a few spots in the trench I got to clean out because the trench has been open for a while. I'll just show you over here. I've been getting this ready because we're going to have it inspected pretty soon. Had to cut that tree. That tree fell over in a windstorm. Had to cut it so I could put the wire down in the trench. You got all 3 wires down in there. These ones are held up by some roots, but I'll get down there and push it in. Yeah. Well, and plus it's like 320 feet, so, it was definitely a lot cheaper for me to just put it in the ground myself. Before I bury it, I gotta put some, I either gotta put some piping in there for the fiber optics, or I gotta go and see if they'll give it to me so I can put it in there before I bury it. 1500 here. Is that 1,500 total, like it put in the ground, or is that just the pole? Because they probably charge you to put it in too, unless you can do it yourself. Which, you know, in Shelton, power poles aren't the best option because there's so many trees. I mean, you can see all these trees, and there's always what we call a windfall, which, you know, the wind starts blowing and the tree falls over. We're gonna set you guys right there. I'll do some talking. So we got our transformer in right there. You can see it. So yeah, I'm super excited, guys. We're definitely coming along pretty good. You know, we got 3 dump trucks now, and I'm super stoked, you know, for the future. I know you guys are. But, you know, I got up early to finish pulling this wire in the cable because it was Rosemary's birthday yesterday. So we had a nice little birthday party. My grandma came over, my aunt came over, and, you know, we sat next to a bonfire for probably 5 hours, you know, and just kind of relaxed quite a bit, actually. You know, so super fun. Happy birthday, Rosemary. She turned 4 today, so that's pretty exciting. Brian's going to be turning 6 pretty soon here. May 6th, actually. It's his golden birthday. So, super excited. Yeah. No, we weren't drinking at all. We were just, you know, sitting by a bonfire. We had some cake. You know. I don't know. I got 11 people on here. I'm going to sit in this old dump truck because this is my baby. I'm going to sit in here. Oh, geez. Brandon has this thing adjusted. The seat is like rock solid. He's a big boy. He's got to have this seat adjusted rock solid. Put that up. So I'm a bad dad for living in a trailer. I think that's pretty funny of you to say that, you know. 20 million Americans live in trailers. You know. I don't... He's making moonshine. No, we ain't making no moonshine. I don't even drink, guys. So, you know. There's that, you know. Well, it should be on the property he's got. Yeah. I mean, back here, you could definitely probably get away with it. There's no doubt about that, you know. So, we are out in the sticks. There's no doubt about that, you know. But, we're actually not as far out as you may think. Like the town of Shelton. Yeah, I know, Brian. I know, but when somebody calls me a bad dad and says that I'm living in a trailer, you know, and I didn't even watch the video, but somebody, you know, there's a few people, for some reason, they just feel it's their duty to tell me everything he says, you know, even though I don't even ask him, and I told him, you know, like, I don't care what he says, but, you know, I'm just trying to do me, you know what I mean? And then they always are texting me, like, hey, man, he said this about you, he said that, and then, you know, because I'm a normal person, it gets in my head a little bit, you know, because he's trying to troll me, you know. But I already know I'm trolling him too, though, you know, because I pay cash for all my stuff. You know, I didn't finance none of it. So, you know, when the work quits, the bank ain't going to be calling me up, asking me where my dump truck's parked so they can pick it up. Yeah, I know they're trying to get me going because they love it. They love... You know, when you fight with the pig, you're going to get dirty, you know. That's what it is. They love to play in the mud, you know. dump truckers, a lot of them love to play in the dirt, you know, so they get down in it. Me, I'm trying to stay above that dirt, you know. But when somebody insults my character like that, like calling me a bad dad, that's when I gotta take a second and address this, because, you know, without getting too crazy, because I know my grandpa's probably gonna watch this, you know, somebody calling me a bad dad, that's bullshit. You know, that ain't it. You know, I'm far from a bad dad. You know, so don't even call me a bad dad, because I'm doing the best I can. Yeah, you're an asphalt guy. Yeah, you like to play in that black gold, huh? Only seen about the first 10 minutes of a stream. I had stuff to get done. Do you remember me from yesterday or the other day? Yeah, I remember you, Stimulator. Tell me to check out your channel. I haven't had time yet. Yeah, I mean, I make mistakes too, you know, but somebody's calling my character out, I just gotta call it on the spot. Like, that's BS. I mean, it is. It's BS. And you're probably never gonna hear me swear on this channel, hardly ever. You know, but when somebody insults my character like that, my integrity, I gotta call it out. I gotta call it out, because it is exactly what I said it is. You know, especially since you've never met me in person. You know, the only thing you see is what I post on YouTube, you know, or if you're Facebook stalking me or whatever. You can't tell if somebody's a bad dad by what they're posting on Facebook or social media, unless it's like a video of them beating their kid or something. Right? So you got no room to talk about people's kids. I never brought anybody's kids into any video ever that I've ever done, or online. I never talk about other people's parenting styles or any of that. So if you don't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. That's what it comes down to, you know. Yeah, my kids love me. I'm their hero, you know, and I'm not trying to ring my own bell or nothing, but they tell me every day, you know, they love me, you know, and I love them, you know, and I do my best to teach them everything that I'm learning. Yeah, yeah, I'm a bad dad because I let him run around with a plastic pistol, you know. You got to teach kids early that guns are tools, you know, and they have to be used in the right manner, you know. It's just, what it comes down to is, you know, some people are just so negative. Yeah, I mean, he can call me a bad dad or whatever he wants. It doesn't really affect me in the long run, because I just, after this video, I'm going to forget all about it. But, you know, when I wake up at 7 in the morning, 6 in the morning, you know, and I wake up refreshed, and then the first thing I see is I got a message in my Instagram that somebody's talking crap about me, you know, and I just read it, and I'm like, you can't unread that stuff, man. When you're on YouTube, if you ever, if you ever end up doing like a YouTube channel or something, and those trolls get out there and they start, you know, they start messaging and doing all that stuff, it can get to you, man. It can get to you. So the best thing to do is just address it and forget about it, you know? And sometimes it's not even worth your time to address it, you know? But I feel like when people are insulting my integrity and my character, yeah. I mean, I've already deleted all the trolls, you know? Everybody that is a troll, in my opinion, I've already blocked them all. You know, and if everybody ever comes out trying to troll me in comments, You know, if they just sound like complete morons, and I just block them. I don't even waste my time because it's not worth it, you know, for my mental health reading these comments, you know, because they're just spewing out hate and everything because that's all they are. That's all they got, you know. Their life is so crappy, so negative that that's the only thing that comes out of them is negativity and crap. Yeah, he's going with all one brand for. See, that's another thing that's so funny. You know, he went with all one brand. Okay, they're all brand new. Guess what? How they're all new. You don't have to work on anything hardly. You know, what's the difference? You know, you call up one dealer, you call up another dealer. So what? Big deal. You know, it's not a big deal. It really isn't. You know, and it's not like he has 300 trucks. He doesn't. He's only got 10 or whatever, and he don't even own them really. He's just paying rent on them. He doesn't even own them hardly, I don't think. Yeah, Blake. I mean, dude, I just I feel like every day I'm blocking somebody, you know, because you know I don't need to read their comments. You know, if they're negative, I don't need to read them. You know, if they're trying to it's hard too sometimes to distinguish whether or not somebody's actually trying to help you because they're so negative that you can't even get the concept they're trying to portray or whatever. But that's hardly ever. I mean, that's this much. When somebody's actually trying to help you, it's this much when they're that negative. You know, most of the time if somebody's negative, just block them. Blocked because, you know, for one, they don't have the knowledge or the capacity to how would I put this? They don't have the knowledge or the capacity to give you a point of view that you can't see, you know. Yeah, I know. And every time I do something great, the haters come out the woodwork. It is. Every time I do something amazing, the haters come out the woodwork, you know. And it just shows how jealous they are, you know. I'm so happy, you know, and it just shows how jealous they are because when they see me thriving and they see me succeeding, you know, there's a bug right there. That's a hater right there. I just squashed him. Yeah, just stay in your own lane, man. You're in Ohio. Stay in your own lane, dude. You know, don't be bashing me for living in a camper. 20 million Americans live in a camper. Don't insult me on how I raise my kids, you know, because I have a different parenting style than you. That's none of your damn business how I raise my kids, you know. And I normally don't ever post videos about my kids either because we got people out there, you know, that don't know how to mind their own damn business. Yeah. He's not even a yuppie, dude. He's a fake yuppie. Yeah. I mean, I own more trucks than he does, right? I'm pretty sure I do now. Outright. You know, I got more equipment than him, too. I got 2 excavators and a dozer that are cashed out. I own the title. It's in my name, you know? So, and I did that in 3 years, not 6 or 7 years or however long he's been in business. So, you know, it's just funny, you know, people, and it was so funny because like, you know, even when he did try and help me, it was like, you know, when he did send me that stuff, you know, he sent some stuff to some other YouTubers too, and they told me, they're like, hey man, did he ask you to do a video like thanking him or anything like that? Because he was like trying to get me to do that, and it's like, and I was like, man, that just shows character right there, you know. And you know, some people just help people to get in the spotlight, you know. I'm the type of person, if I'm going to help somebody, nobody's going to know about it. Nobody's going to know about it except for them. And I'm going to tell them too. This is between you and me. Nobody needs to know about it. You know? And every time I give a gift out or I do something, you know, I don't make a big show of it. I just do it and I just say, you know, don't tell anybody I did this. It's just you and me, bro. Nobody needs to know. You know? And that's, you know, and if they want to thank me out publicly, or, you know, somebody wants to thank somebody, you know, that's on them, you know. But you don't go asking for people to do thank you videos. Like, what the hell is that all about? Yeah, I mean, and it's gonna be sad, you know. That's cool that you do that, you know. And I'm sure a lot of those guys are thankful, you know. But the second you go and you start asking people to do thank you videos, I mean, that right there, that just goes to show you ain't in it to help people. You're in it for self gratification, self glory. I mean, that's what you're in it for. You ain't in it to help somebody out. You're in it to boost yourself up because you feel bad about yourself. That's funny. Yeah, a lot of people need those. I know one especially that needs one of those. You know, but it's so funny, you know. It's just so funny how negative some people are, you know. They can't even just focus on their own stuff, you know. We're in a completely different state, and yet he's still got to talk about me. Like, I thought we were done having this beef like 7 months ago, 6 months ago, you know. Yeah, that was pretty funny. I remember that. He's like, "Can anybody hear me?" Sometimes Grandpa is so funny, man. He's sometimes he's hilarious. You know, he's always trying to tell a joke every 5 sentences. You know, he always jokes around. He said, "If I didn't have any sense of humor, I wouldn't have any sense at all." You know, that's what he always says. You know, I love my grandpa. He was basically my dad, you know, and he's the best dad in the world, you know, and I strive to be like him every day, you know. How's my driver getting on? He's doing great, man. He's doing great. He even found me another driver for the new super dump. Yeah, right, Blake? Don't go doing that. See, that right there, I mean, I got a lot of his haters. I mean, a lot of people hate that guy, and they come on my channel because I'm a decent guy. You know, I'm not out there just spewing negativity every day. But you know, if you come to my channel from his, I don't want to hear what he's doing. Like, you don't need to tell me because it just gets me riled up. You know what I mean? And I don't need to see that stuff. I'm not here for YouTube drama. I'm here on YouTube from day one to show you guys what I'm learning, to show my kids how the business got started, to help other people figure out how to get out, you know, from the trap of debt, you know, and, you know, get somewhere in life where you want to be, you know. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to show you guys that it can be done, you know. I'm just a normal redneck truck driver, you know. I really am. You know, I'm not special in any way. You know, there's really nothing special about me other than I do pride myself in saying that I'm a hard worker, you know, but I'm not that smart. You know, I just try and use common sense, you know, and I think I've done a good job at portraying that since day one, you know, that I don't know everything, you know, and I am open to everybody's opinions. Unless they're negative, then I just block that. If it's negative, I don't want to see it. You know, unless, you know, unless you can formulate your idea or your opinion in a way that it's not like Oh, you're such a stupid idiot. Oh, you must be related. You must have been born from your third cousin, or or whatever. Look at this. I'm the luckiest man in the world. Look at this. I didn't eat breakfast today. Look what I got. The best wife in the world. She's over here bringing me breakfast with my dog. Does your wife bring you breakfast? What have you done to deserve that? What have I done to deserve that? Good morning, sweetie. Thank you. I'm doing a YouTube video. She brought me some pancakes. Peanut butter chip pancakes? Mmm. What?
Nothing.
Were you watching the video?
Mhm.
Oh, you were? You didn't hear me swear, did you?
No,
Okay.
guys. It's that part. We was in we walked in.
Hmm? Yeah, these are good. Oh, man, these are good. Peanut butter chip. Instead of chocolate chips, they got little peanut butter chunks in them.
Because we were having peanut butter on the pancakes.
Yeah, it's like having peanut butter. Yeah. Nummy. Constructive criticism is okay. Negative is destructive. Hi, Mrs. V. Working on buying my cousin's old dump truck. Needs some work. Engine needs to be rebuilt, but I think this will be good first truck to start out with since 98% of the companies pay tonnage rate. What kind of truck is it? Allisons are the best. Rolling Allison since 1990 and all my dump trucks. ZF Freedom Line are the worst automatics. I heard you swear. You're in trouble. I'm going to be in trouble when Grandpa hears it. I'm going to tell Grandpa not to watch this live stream. Sometimes I get riled up, though. You probably won't ever hear me swear, but when you insult my integrity like that, my character, I'm going to call it out for what it is.
That's what you have to see to calm me down.
(2005) 379 7-axle dump truck, 625 horsepower with the 18 speed. It probably blew up because it had too many horsepower, man. Probably blew itself up. A lot of people say they want the biggest horsepower dump trucks. And there's a hair in this.
How about
You thought you got it?
Cut it out.
That was a surprise for me.
I think I have to cut my hair short.
No, I like your hair. It's beautiful. A lot of times people think they need the biggest horsepower dump trucks, and they think that they think that they can drive it without blowing it up. But at the end of the day, if you have that horsepower, I guarantee you're gonna use it, and it's gonna cost you in the long run. Just get a D-rated motor. You don't have to have like a super horsepower, truck motor for your first dump truck, or it's not about making black smoke or horsepower. At the end of the day, it's all, are you making money, and are you taking care of your family? It's not about who has the fastest dump truck, or at the end of the day, nobody really cares about that type of stuff. It's all about taking care of your family. The old saying is, chrome don't get you home. Love you. Are you wearing Blake's shirt? She's wearing Blake's shirt. Check this out.
yeah, so it's my body.
She's wearing Blake's shirt. Blake Merkel Trucking.
Oh, you give me more of your t-shirts when I was.
Check that out. That was a shout out for Blake. You think your cussing is bad? You should just be thankful you don't know what cuss words your wife was saying when she found out you was going to look at another truck. That's probably right, Blake. Will you eventually rebuild your old truck when you retire it? That's a great question, Andrew. You know, it just kind of depends on, you know, how crazy the business goes or how well we do. No, it ain't on the road yet. We're still waiting on those drop axle parts. We should be getting them Monday. I think Monday we should be getting them. If we don't get them Monday, I'm gonna be a little disappointed. But we'll definitely have the truck back together and rolling by Wednesday, unless the holdup is getting the parts. You know, shipment.
You got to keep it.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna keep it, Andrew. We're definitely gonna keep it. But, you know, making it look all pretty, I don't think I'm gonna make it look all pretty because, you know, I like the idea of making it look pretty, but I like having it in the condition it's in because every time I hire another driver, I can tell them, go sit in that truck. That's what I made this business with, you know, and they can sit in it and they can realize the sacrifices I've made just by sitting in this thing. They can get a small glimpse of what it took to build this business, you know. And if I make it all look all pretty and everything, then they're not going to know what I suffered through, you know, to make this business happen. You know, Brandon, my driver, he's driven. So the funniest thing, this is the coolest thing. When I first interviewed him, he's like, man, I can't wait to drive that old dump truck. You know, that'll be the oldest dump truck I've ever driven, you know. And he was like super, super, super stoked to drive it. After the first day of him driving, he's like, I hate that thing. I never want to drive it ever again. You know, he was like, literally, he was like, this is the worst dump truck in the world. Like, how do you even do it, man? How do you even do it? You know? And it was just like, it makes him respect the truck he's got even more. You know, it's like, I don't want to drive that truck. I'm going to take care of my baby. You know, that new dump truck, that's his baby, and he knows it. He's like, man, if that truck breaks, I'm going to be in the old one, and I don't want to be in the old one, you know. And so he knows, you know, he knows what I've gone through to make this business. Well, he knows a small percentage, you know, because he rode in it that one, you know, he's driven in it 3 days, I think. I think he's only driven it 3 times. But he knows, he's got a small glimpse of what I've went through for 3-4 years, you know, every single day and night, you know. All the times I pulled those 4 shifts in a row or those 3 shifts in a row. I don't have to do that anymore. But, you know, he got a small glimpse of what it was like, the sacrifices I made, and the work that I put in. You know, he got a small glimpse of that by driving this, you know. And it helps the drivers realize how good they got it, you know, how really amazing they have it, you know. You know, sometimes when you put a guy in a brand new truck and they've never been in the old one, they don't respect it as well. You know, they don't understand the sacrifice it took to get that. Every dent has a story. That is so true, Andrew. Every crack on this truck has a story, you know. Every weld that's on this truck has a story, you know. Like I could literally talk for like 10 minutes about everything on this truck and be like, yep, that's when this happened, that's when that happened. No, probably not, Jessica. We're probably gonna wait till I'm thinking midsummer or end of summer when we have a lot of money. It'll probably be end of summer though. I'm probably just gonna put some stickers on the door, you know, VANDUYN Dump Trucking LLC, and I'll put the DOT number on it. But I'm not gonna do anything super fancy, and we're gonna run the truck like that, and then I'm gonna get it. You know, I would like to get it painted midsummer. You know, if I could do it at the beginning of the summer, that would be amazing. But right now, I need to save my money until we start really hitting it hard. I'll have to check that out, Chaka. But right now, we're done buying dump trucks, man. You know. So, 5-axle, 3-axle trailer. Yeah, I just don't want any truck and trailers, man. I'll be honest. I would have to make this whole place a lot bigger. What's up, Anthony? So, we got 32 people in here. Check that out. 31 people. Hit that like button, guys. Pound that like button. How much will the paint job cost you? So that's a great question. I have my buddy had his truck painted. What's up, Jacob? He had his truck painted, and it he just had one color, and it was $4,000 plus the paint supplies. Just add some orange accents and go to work. Yeah, I don't know, Chaka. Like, that's probably what I'm going to do. Something, you know, super simple until, you know, but I do want to get it painted like the new truck. I do want all my trucks to be orange with a blue accent, you know, with silver boxes, because it just makes a real statement, you know. It does make a nice statement. And so my thought is, I don't really want to afford a paint job right now. I could afford a paint job now. I'm not going to, because, you know, it would make things a little bit tighter than what I want. So I'm thinking if we do it midsummer, you know, if I can, right around the week of the 4th of July, every single year since I've been in business, the week of the 4th of July has always been kind of a crapshoot for work. Like, the work always slows down that week. Always. Because everybody's like getting ready for the 4th of July. You know, everybody's going on vacation. You know, all that type of jazz. So I'm thinking, if I can hold off till the 4th of July, boom, get it painted on a weekend, you know, right around there. Then I'll come back. Everybody will think I just bought another dump truck. They'll be like, whoa, that thing is so cool looking. Brian, you just buy another dump truck, you know? So that's kind of what I'm thinking, you know? And it's been historic. Like, since I started my business, I looked at my books. Every single time in the 4th of July, work always slows down that week. It's always like nothing that week, you know? Or it's like you work 2 days that week, and then it's like, you know? So I think that would be a good time to kind of reflect on my finances and see where we're at and see if it's a good idea to do it then. Because so we got insurance in June that I gotta keep in my mind. That's like, you know, probably like 15 grand or, you know, 10-15 grand that I have to constantly remember in my head, you know. Don't go, you know, getting too low on money, because, you know, that's a big expense. And then you got your tonnage, it's up at that same time, you know. But it's usually not that big of a deal, because you've had May and June to really rake in some money, you know. So it's really not that big of a deal. So after the insurance is paid, I got to see where I'm at, you know, in my finances. And if it's if it's looking like it's good, that's probably when I'm going to set it up for. Because it's normally warm, perfect time to do a paint job, and we're not working. Because everybody always takes the 4th of July week off, basically. You know, work always slows down to a dribble, you know. And with 3 dump trucks, I could easily have 2 working if I needed to and just have 1 off. So we're definitely going to get it painted. But it's just a matter of when. And I feel like, you know, if I paint it in July, we still got August and September to make a real big impression on everybody's minds that I got another dump truck. You know, it's still not too late in the season to be like, boom, Bandai got another truck. What? You know? So we're going to kind of keep it low key, you know, until it gets painted. And then we're going to really, you know, then we'll be posting lots of pictures and everything. But, you know, all my customers know that I already have the dump truck, you know, so once they see it painted, then it's really going to be popping, you know. So if I had the cash to do it right now, I probably would, you know, but the weather's kind of iffy. The guy that's going to do it doesn't have his own paint booth, so he has to go borrow a shop or something, you know, to do it. And he did a great job on my buddy's dump truck, so I'm definitely going to probably use him, you know. And $4,000 for a whole dump truck, I mean, that's a, you know, $4,500 or whatever it costs. That's a good deal for a paint job, you know, that's only going to take probably a weekend. You know, he'll do the cab in one weekend and do the bed in another weekend or something. You know, he has a full-time job, so it's like he just does it on the weekend, and that works perfect for me because the weekends are always slower. You know, it's like you can't go find a paint shop that wants to paint your truck on a weekend. None of them will do it on a weekend, you know, because they're like, well, we're Monday through Friday, you know. So you got to put your truck out of service for a whole week during a work week, and that sucks. So I don't want to do that. You know, and that was kind of the same deal with the wrap. You know, it just took a lot of the working days out of it. Yeah, Chaka, I think I'm going to do a paint job instead. You know, I'm not sure, you know, a wrap would be the best decision for this truck because the paint isn't 100% perfect. You know, it does have some imperfections on it, you know, and what the heck is that noise? Sounded like my son was out here with his dump truck or something. He's got one of those little Tonka dump trucks. He likes to push that thing everywhere. I'm almost done with breakfast. So, yeah, I don't think I'm going to redo this truck. I don't think I'm ever going to really redo it because I want people to know, you know, and if people ever do come visit me, I want them to know the real deal, you know. Some fake, you know, I want people to really soak it up, you know. Sacrifices I've been through, you know. Look at those 2 sexy dump trucks. Can't wait till we have another orange and blue one parked right there. It's going to be amazing. Oh, that's what it was. My neighbor's getting his foundation cut out. Oh, look, there's my big 120 right there. That's paid for in cash. Oh, sorry. Didn't finance that one. They're doing a foundation over there. Oh yeah, there's my dozer right there too. I own it. The title's in my name. Actually, it doesn't even have a title. Machines don't have titles. They just have bill of sales. At least in Washington. So, super happy, guys. We got the electricity. We're gonna have it inspected in probably 2 days or so. Hopefully they give us the green sticker and we're ready to energize this bad boy, and we'll have some electricity out here for the first time in history. We'll have electricity on this property other than a generator or solar panels. Oh, I'm gonna have to show you guys. Me and my grandpa just put some solar panels up on my shipping container, and we got them wired in. I'm gonna show you guys that. You're gonna think it's pretty cool. Oh yeah, there's another excavator right there. Paid for. Cash. See if I can piss some people off. I think there's bird crap on my shoulder. Something. Oh no, that's cake. How did I get cake on my shoulder? That was from last night. Cash. Oh yeah, this whole property right here too. Cash. I bought it with cash. It's 100% in my name. All I pay is property tax. I don't pay no rent on my house. Oh yeah, look at this fuel setup. I know some people are jealous of that. Solar panels. All solar panels. That's just a chip on my shoulder. Yeah, I know. I need to stop. I need to cut back a little bit. I'm getting too crazy, huh? See, there was the bonfire we had. Behind me, it's Bigfoot. Oh yeah, look at that. Side by side. In my name. And that's not a Western Star. That's an International. Somebody said it was a Western Star. Got that. Okay. Just wait 1 second. I'm going to turn the light on. Bing! Check that out. We got an LED light hanging right there. And we got one on that side. Check that out. We got it wired in. Here's my little regulator. My solar panel regulator. It's charging. There's the battery. Yeah, David, I agree, man. It would have been way too, it would have taken forever. And it would have cost me a fortune, too. Let's see if I can put you guys down right here. There, how's that? VANDUYN trucking. I mean, here's another thing. Here's another cool thing that I've done. Not to ring my own bell or nothing, but here's something cool that I've done. I've shipped out probably almost 100 shirts. Shirts that I paid for with my own money to the fans. I've shipped out a ton of shirts to you guys and to everybody. I've hardly ever charged anybody for any of the merchandise. Some people, they chip in, you know, because they want to donate, because they think it's cool what I'm doing. And yeah, here we go, container trash. Yep, container trailer trash, that's who I am, guys. Because I do things the cheap way, the cash way, I'm the trash. You know? You know, I've shipped shirts to Australia. I've shipped shirts to Scotland. You know, and that was all me. That was all on me. You know? Yeah. Yeah, I know you're joking, Joey. I know you're a good guy. I seen your new glasses. They look good. I like them. But, you know, most of those guys, they're too cheap. They don't have any money, so they don't ship stuff out like that. They don't give stuff out like that. What they do is they get free stuff from companies, and then they give that away like they're someone special, right? Like, oh, I got this tool. I'm giving this out. You're not giving that out, dude. They gave it to you for free. I paid like $1,000 for those shirts, and I shipped them all out. I paid like $200 in shipping. That was all me. You know. If you're going to give something away that somebody gave to you, you do not brag about that. That is not cool to brag about that. Now, if you want to brag about something that you paid 100% for, and you want some recognition for that, then go ahead, you know. How much did the gooseneck trailer go for? I had it list. It went for $6,300. Container trash. There's some nifty you can do with containers. Take Andrew Camarada for example. Did I get the biggest shirt? The biggest shirt I sent out was a 4XL. Well, these were some big pancakes for one. I mean, they were big pancakes, and I'm talking too. You know, I'm not trying to be rude to you guys. I'm not trying to like just shove my face full of food right in front of you, like, you know. So I'm trying to take these small bites, you know, so they're manageable. I love how clean this is in here, guys. Look at that. That is such a sweet setup. Hey, we don't fat shaming anybody. Chaka, I was watching Vin's video. He shouted you out at Home Depot and said, "Here's down, Ryobi deals." He even said your name. It was great. No shame there, right, Joey? Check this out. I even got this thing. I got this for free. This was in my father-in-law's rental. I had blue tape on it across all those. I'm going to put blue tape on it again, and then I'll write what's in it. But I'm going to fill this up with nuts and bolts and stuff. So I already got those two. And I got that one right there. Oh, man, Joey. How'd you get a hole in it, man? I hope you still wear it. I got this shirt on. Look, it's got holes right there from welding. Check that out. I'm flashing you guys. All the welding holes. Still gotta wear that thing with pride, man. I agree, Jay. It doesn't really matter, you know. Trim nail sticking out of my favorite. Trim nail? I don't understand. Oh yeah, that's another thing, Andrew. Cash. All these tools, cash. That's a good one right there too. I don't got $100,000 in tool debt. The season's already been picking up. Okay, so I'll be 100% honest with you guys. That super dump, the new one I bought, It had 2 weeks right around Christmas that it didn't work, and maybe a week right around Thanksgiving-ish. After that, my driver has consistently worked 3 to 5 days a week, probably 4 to 5 days a week, all through the winter. He hasn't really had a day off. He worked all week last week. Granted, he did spend 2 days in the old dump truck, but you know, I could have did that and he could have took the days off, but I was working on this truck. So he's been full time. He's been full time the whole time. Like he had to take, I think he did unemployment for like 2 weeks, and then maybe like a half a week for Thanksgiving, and that was it. He was even telling me, he's like, Brian, I'm probably not even going to claim it next year because it was kind of just a waste of time, you know? He's like, I'm just going to plan to have my vacation then. I'm like, dude, that's a smart move right there. So, it's definitely the slow season still right now. But I know it's the slow season in a different way because here's why. Here's how I know it's the slow season still. Because my driver comes back and he's like, dude, the quarry was empty. We were the only truck there. We were the only truck there. Because we always got that work, man. The quarry knows we work. We pound it out. You know? We get that work done, you know? We're the first ones on the job site almost every time. VANDUYN dump trucking. They call us first, man. What can I say? We do good work. You know, not to ring my own bell, but we do damn good work. And the customers ask for us. Yeah, I'm container trash, trailer trash, intertrashional. I mean, you can call me whatever you want, guys, but we're making it happen. We are making it happen. Can't wait to get that second truck on the road. That second super dump. Woo-wee. That's going to catapult that house. We're going to build that house with cash. Is a new super dump going to the same job site? So it's been, he goes to different job sites all the time, but they're always requesting him. Like he even tells me, he's like, hey man, I laugh the other truck drivers. And I'm like, you go for it, man. You do it, you know. He's like, they take naps on the side of the road and I'm just there working, you know. I'm like, you know, remember it, you know. And, you know, so there was one time where we were working for a customer and then I had to call him up and I'm like, hey man, the quarry wants us the next day. I got to give the truck to them. He's like, oh man, you didn't even give me, you know, like normally, you know, if you've been working for me for a few days that I get priority. And I'm like, yeah, typically, but I mean, the quarry's been keeping me busy all year, so they got a little bit more time than you do. You know, he's like, yeah, I understand. I'm not, and I was like, but I can find you a super dump, dude. If you need a super dump, I'll find you one, you know. And that's another thing that my customers love about me is I'm willing to go that extra mile to call up the super dumps and get one booked so they don't have to. You know, I'm the one that does that extra footwork, and then they don't have to do nothing. And then on top of that, what happens is the customers, then they only call me. They don't know any of the other truckers. They only call me. I'm the one that bills them. I'm the one that pays the truck drivers. And I pay them same day, and they love it, you know. And I'm making like $5 an hour off each truck. You know, they just love it. So, you got to make everybody happy. You can make everybody happy if you try hard enough. Oh yeah, I know, Chaka. Dude, almost all of the state trucks are internationals. You got that right. They're almost all in Washington, at least. I need to expand to New York. You'd be my first driver in New York, Joey, if I expanded. I'd hire you as the first driver. Jessica, that's a good question. I've toyed around with the idea of selling it, but it's just so useful to have around here, you know? Expand to Ohio. I probably should. I probably should do that. Just open up an Ohio branch. Joey, that's so funny, man. Just to compete against somebody, you know? Just to take some of that work away, you know? Because I know I could. I know I could. You know? People, and that's another thing though. When customers know that you own all your equipment, that is a big plus in their mind. Because they're like, well, this guy, you know, it's all his. He takes care of it. He owns it 100%. So he's going to take better care of it, you know. And, you know, it may not all be 100% brand new, but it's in great working shape, you know, and he takes pride in it. And, you know, that it just says so much more about your character than just going to a bank and signing everything. You know, the bank owns that business. He don't own that business. The bank owns it. You know, so it's just like, you know, when you talk about like a small business, people love helping small businesses because they personally know the owner, right? Nobody knows the owner of Justin's business because he don't own it. The bank owns it. You know, it's some corporation that's pulling the strings, telling him, oh, you need to do this, and he's got to say, yes, master, you own the trucks, I do the work. You know, when you own all the trucks, you do whatever you want, you know, and that money that they're paying you goes to pay for your daughter's ballerina lessons, or, you know, people love that stuff, you know, they love seeing where the money's actually going, you know, and when you finance all your stuff, nobody sees where the money goes because it goes to the bank. And the bank's the one making all the profit. Not you, the bank does. All the profit is going out the window to the bank. Exactly. Yep. Starting to rain outside, guys. So what do you guys think of the lighting in here? Is the sound pretty good? It's probably a little echoey because of the fact that it's a container. Does that come through the audio? Do you guys even hear the echo, or is it just me? It is a little bit cold in here, though. I wouldn't mind putting a wood stove in here, but the problem is if you have a wood stove in here or something, you gotta leave the door open so the air can come in. Actually, it's sound good, no echo. Yeah. It probably actually helps with the sound because the sound is kind of more vibrant in here, you know, because of I mean, I can hear a little bit of an echo, but the microphone probably doesn't even pick that up. It probably just makes it sound better. Probably amplifies the sound a little bit. So, I got these out. My Armor All and my Tire Shine. I'm going to hit that new truck. I'm going to make that cab so clean. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be pretty cool. Yeah, I can't wait for those drop axle parts to come in. Yeah, it goes a bit, but a stream camera and a mic would do you justice. Yeah. Well, if I talk a little bit less loud, it would probably echo a little bit less. But I'm going deaf because of that old truck, you know. So I tend to talk louder than most people, you know. I have noticed that. I do talk a little bit louder than most people. And I think it's because I'm going deaf, you know. I still have decent hearing, but it's just like, you know, starting to get, you know, starting to get up there. I'm turning 32 this year, you know. Started this business when I was in my 20s. Now I'm in my 30s. It's crazy. Add a straight pipe on the new truck. Well, Jessica, technically it already has a straight pipe. I'll show you. Already got a straight pipe. Hey, honey. Yep. This is a muffler right here. Noise is super loud on this truck. Those cats, man, they are loud. You know. Yep, there she is, sporting Blake's truck. Blake's Trucking. Blake Merkle Trucking.
What?
They're so pretty, honey.
Stop.
Here, let me see the back. This one have, oh yeah, it's got the dump truck on the back too. Check that out. Blake Merkle Trucking. Hey Brian, good morning. What do you think about 3-axle trailer? Thinking about getting one. I think it's a great idea if it's for the right price. There's our camper right there. Look, I even made those stairs right there with my grandpa. They're a little crooked because we made them at night. That just shows you how trailer trash I am. What's up, Heavy Wrench? What's up, man? Long time no see. Boom, I just gave you a blue wrench. It's been a while, man. What do you think of the new dump truck? I've been putting in a lot of work on this thing, man. Yes, I paid for the trailer cash too. I paid for that in cash too. Yep. I'll show you what we're waiting on. We're waiting on these, we're waiting on those to get rebushed. I had to cut those off with the torch. The front one had actual bolt for the back. I did the brakes, drum, wheel seal. Yep, we're waiting for the bushing. We'll be able to put it all back together. I did transmission flush, transmission filters, oil, engine oil, and a, we're going to paint it, Joey, and oil filters. Also, put grease zerks on the strong arm. I don't think I'm going to get this one wrapped, Joey. I think we're going to get it painted. Because the paint is just for a wrap job. So we're going to have it painted. What's up, Blake? Workstar. Don't feel too bad. Felicia's always wearing yours. That's cool. I can't wait to go to Ohio one day, Blake, just to meet you guys. Just to stop by, you know, and say hi and maybe go out to eat or something. Yeah, we're probably going to paint it, Joey. We're probably going to paint it. It'll probably be, yeah, it's going to be a great truck, man. This truck is going to be, we're into this truck only like, I think we're into it 6,000. once we get all the bushings back. So $61,000 for this truck when I could, you know, realistically I couldn't find any super dumps for under $100,000. So we got a smoking deal on this. Oh yeah, no, we're definitely not painting it ourselves, Joey. Joey says hi. We're definitely not gonna paint it ourselves. I was thinking about painting the box ourselves and then having the cab painted, because the box, I mean, that ain't that hard to paint, you know. You just, you know, sand it down and then hit it with the spray gun, you know. But I want to get that metal flake look to it, so I'm probably gonna have to, I'm just gonna pay somebody probably. And we don't really have a good place to paint this. Get rid of the light bar. No, man, I like that light bar. I think it looks cool. I think it does need a retouch, a refurbish. Only one of the spinners in it works. Oh yeah, I put a new mirror on here. A new light on the other side right there. Also replaced one of those cab lights. It would look like you're painting in a hurricane with all the runs. I ain't that bad of a painter. LED light bar up. I also replaced that. It was zip tied. Also replaced this. That's brand new. I got some wipes in here. Some heavy duty wipes. Those things are amazing. Oh yeah, check this out. I also put a diamond deck plate right there, because there was a big hole right there. So I just put a piece of diamond plate there. That looks pretty cool. Better than what it did. Better than a big hole right there. Oh, I used the soapy water, guys, and I did find the exhaust leak on the intercooler. I did find the exhaust leak. It's on the back side of the intercooler. You guys can see the soot and stuff. It's on the back side of it. So, yeah, I'm probably gonna take it off and see if I can, you know, do something to it. But we're gonna have to wait and see. When did that get broke? But next project, new axles on the 85. Yeah, that thing does need new rear ends. No, this is the only automatic I have. I didn't think you had soap near any of those trucks. Yeah, you're funny, Joe. So, are you going to run this one? I'm probably going to drive it until we get a driver, and then I'm going to keep driving the old truck. Oh, yeah, Joe. You definitely got that right. I would love to convert that front end bottle with soap in it. It's got dish soap in it. Oh, yeah, we also got 80K, no DPF, Pete, super dump. 80,000. Brand spanking new. We got those mounted. We went through hell getting that first one mounted. Then after that, it was like progressively so much faster per tire once we got the hang of it. That one came out of Richie's. I mean, this one did 57,000. Which one came out of Richie's? BRS bought it. WCW owned this one. Oh, the Pete. Yeah, WCW, they bought two of these and then they sold me this one. The other one didn't even have a tailgate, so I'm guessing it might have been in worse shape or something. I don't know. But they bought two at the same time, and then they ran this one for a month, and then they decided they were just gonna go with the other one. So they're sitting at 5 trucks right now. So we're making our way up, guys. 3 trucks, 2 excavators, and a dozer. I mean, that's nothing to, you know, shun right there. We got it set up pretty good. So yeah, I don't want any drivers. I mean, it's okay for them to drive it once in a while, but that's my truck. It's my truck. Eventually, I'm gonna retire it though. Skid steer next. Maybe, Joey. Skid steer would be nice. Check out all this wood. Is that nuts or what? That's a lot of wood, guys. That is a lot. Anyways, guys, 590 gallons, fill those bad boys up. Double drum roller to use on your property to compact all the gravel instead of a plate compactor. Oh, that would definitely be nice, Jessica. I definitely want a drum roller, you know, or some sort of roller, you know. Definitely. I definitely want some sort of roller. I don't know if I would get the double drum or if I would get the single drum with the off-road wheels in the back. That might fit what I would use it for the best, is if I got one of the off-road ones. But I haven't made up my mind. But I definitely want to buy a roller for the driveway. I mean, it would really speed up making this a nice driveway. And that plate whacker, you know, it does a decent job, but it takes hours. It takes hours, literally hours, to get stuff done. So definitely agree with you on that. But anyways, guys, I got to get some stuff done around the house. So I'm going to let you guys go. But thanks for tuning in on another episode of Trailer Trash, International Trash, Everything Cash, right? I'll catch you guys on the next one.